We are on the way to make it better. I am currently trying to explain the map, even though I was just flying around and you couldn't really see me. We have defense versus assault map. Defense spawn being over here with the objective inside X. Most of you who have played the game at least will know this map. Watchdog is a smaller version of Free Kings. And here on the other side is the assault spawn, where you can either go towards the left. I just explained this is the guard tower, and here's the guard ramp or the tower ramp, whatever you want to call it. We'll probably see some action over here. And we have the Overwatch position here, which is quite a often used spot, at least in public gaming. We'll see if anyone on defense today will dare to come over here. And down here, alleyway, and all the spots. We'll talk about setup of the teams, about their strategies, and how they seem to be trying to play together. Here's spawn area. Probably we will see people camping back here. Police station on the left. We'll probably see some action, and most importantly, the window down here coming into the basement, and then trying to get up the basement stairs into the objective area. We'll also see a lot of action. Filipovic, did you make it back by now?
I'm back and on the server, yes.
Perfect.
You very well pointed out some of the key elements we have here on this map. I think the key word here is paths and choices you have to make for the assault, and then positioning for the defense. As you were saying, the different paths, for example, for the police station, I think the police station is going to be a hotspot, as well as the underground, where the team has to try to sneak in and get into the building from underneath, having a bit of free room down there, as they can get there faster than the defense side can.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm just making sure I'm setting up everything else. I have the chat next to my game, so if you guys have any questions or anything you want to say, just let me know in chat. I can see it while we're casting the game. I was asking you right before you crashed, in about 5-6 lines, what do you think, besides the different paths, are the most important features of this map?
I think the wood, actually, if I could just put one word, then wood would be the word. The whole building where the objective is completely made of wood, which means that people can hear when you have people walking right next to you or above, underneath you. I do know the fact that the sound has been kind of muffled in this latest patch, but being able to hear where you are on defense is a key aspect. And then the fact that once again I point out that you can get from underneath. Being on the defense side, you have the possibility to sneak into the building really fast. So yes, it is defense favored, but assault has a really good chance of getting into the building, into the objective building.
I agree with that. What side do you think assault will attack most from? Do you think it's more gonna be? I think the tower is on the south side, correctly? I don't have a compass when I'm actually spectating, but I think that's the south side here.
Yeah, I can't remember either if it's the south side or not, but yes, definitely. Well, we can always choose the police station. So what you have on the left-hand side of your view,
Yeah.
um, this will definitely be the side to favor. Um, but if we have a very good assault team, we'll see different tactics used, being a different time of the game, and both sides should be a viable solution to try to sneak into X.
I would agree. I just sent you the IP and the password for the match server. We should probably join that because we're like a minute late. If we do anything wrong, let's see. Phillips and Mike needs a little bit louder, and they can't hear him that great. So maybe you can turn your sound a little. No, wait. Can you set outbound on TeamSpeak? I haven't done it in so long.
Yes, I'll just try
Okay,
to
just
boost a bit
put it a
on
little
my
bit higher.
TeamSpeak.
And I'm gonna try to join the server. Don't make it too much, just a little bit. Someone said you're not bad. And I'll try to join the match server right now, so we're not missing any of the action. So there will probably be a little bit of downtime, guys. If anyone knows which side is north and which side is south on this map, that would be helpful. Just post it in the chat. I'll see it. Alright, I'm just trying to enter the IP here and join the server. It'll probably take me just a few seconds, and we should be back. Please ask me for a password. No, you're not. Connection lost, even better. Let's see what just happened here. Let's refresh the list. You will probably just see me right now, and that is totally on purpose. I can put it back to the logo. We don't have any music going, but I'll put it on the logo just so you see something else. Here's the match server. That should be the IP. And the password, I think I have it here. That should do the trick. 1-1. Yeah, that is it. I think the game should be coming back in just a second. Let me make sure that's true.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. I've been talking meanwhile to our viewers, so there wasn't a lot of downtime. I'm trying to join the server right now. Okay, that seems to work. You got the IP and the password from me?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm on the server. It doesn't look like anyone else is here. They're all in spectate. So we're just in time, which is perfect. Didn't they say they added a new command called player list so we can see the players in the server? It doesn't seem to work for me. Anyways, it looks like we're waiting for everyone, for one of the teams at least to join. I'm not sure who is in there. I've only seen 2 of the 2K2S guys right now. So that gives us a little bit of time to talk about this tournament. We'll talk about the players when they come in, I would say. Now, let's go back on the TWL page to actually see who these guys played so far and what the results of the games were.
Yeah, well, the tournament page is actually booked as 2 known 2 strong has actually beat the 312 squad.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that that's what the result page is showing.
Yeah, it was actually a very big win. I think 7-0 for them, and it was just either entered wrong or it's just a mistake on the tournament brackets themselves. So if you go to the page, don't worry about 312 advancing. In fact, it was 2K2S who advanced to play against Crucial Gaming, which also won their former match 7-0 against a team called Tactical Idiots. So it seems like they're both pretty strong.
Yes, I think I can say with quite confidence this might be what the people are saying, the final before the final. These 2 teams seem very, very, very strong. Well, if you just look at the old result that has been throughout the tournament, there was no doubt that Crucial Gaming and 2 Not Too Strong had a really easy time to go to the semi-final. Just if you look at the quarterfinal score, 7-0 for both sides. What can you say more on that? It's apparently what really defines whether you're practicing for the matches or not, and I think these 2 teams are prime example of how tactical teamwork works out in this game.
Yeah, I would agree, and you are completely right. I mean, if you look at the rosters of both teams, Crucial Gaming has several guys who have been also around in AA2, and I know at least one guy from the other team has been as well. So we're not talking about completely new players to America's Army. In fact, some of them are even I think at least intermediate players, if not invite players in A scene. So I'm looking forward to some good match here, and especially a lot of good shots. I've had the opportunity to play with some of them in the last couple of weeks, public service and in a scrim as well, and I can tell you they have some insane aiming, at least a few of them.
Yeah, well, I haven't really had the same opportunity as you have playing with these teams being on different time zones, but I've been around long enough to recognize some of the names, at least some of the names of Crucial Gaming. Now I know that the 2K2S are teams where it's both old players mixed up with new talents, and for what I've heard, they are tremendous players. You probably have more experience with that than I have. I've really looked forward to definitely, maybe not to see that what individual skill level they have, because I have no doubt it's really, really skilled players. I'm really looking forward to see what kind of preparations these teams have made on a map such as Watchdogs. I definitely think that we're going to see some interesting strategies, and I think these two teams are actually prepared a bit.
Oh, I sure hope so. One more important thing to say is probably that this is a 5 versus 5 instead of the classic 4v4 version for America's Army. I am not sure where competition is going to go, but 5v5 is at least the format most competitive FPS games use, so we should be fine. Oh, and BC Pool just told me that the clock tower is on the south side of the map, just like we expected, so we can go from there south, and north would be the police station in that case, which is great to know.
Yeah, thank you very much, BC Polt. Of course, you can keep on giving us messages throughout the chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, and remember to hashtag America's Army. Um, that way, we're gonna try to promote America's Army through the social media.
Oh yeah.
Very, very important. Another thing I'd like to point out, the fact that the screen that you see on the stream right now, having the next level and play hard, it's not the teams who are going to play tonight, but that's going to be for the European final after TWL Open Beta tournament. And that, of course, you can stream in, or check in on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If some of the Europeans are still up, then come in at 9 o'clock Central European Time. I think that's going to be an amazing match as well. But for now, let's see what these two teams have. I see that some chat is going on.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe one more thing we should talk about is that the rules of the tournament are a little bit different than we're used to. One thing that stayed the same is we have 6 games or 6 rounds on each side, so that stays the same. But if we have a tie after these 12 rounds, instead of playing in overtime, we currently just play the next round right away on the same side there on, and whoever wins that round is going to win the match. So there's no overtime, which means we can probably estimate that the game is going to last somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. What do you think?
The traditional time, depending of course of this map, I'd say this map is relatively fast compared to maps such as in the hospital, but I would say roughly between, yeah, as you're saying, 35-40 minutes. I think that's where we are aiming towards.
Yeah, that's
But
probably
we'll see
true.
what these teams, how fast they prepare, and if there's some slow strats or low strats stuff, slow strats, that'll definitely be an input there.
Yeah, that will make it longer, of course. Also, I'm pretty sure the round time would be 4 minutes. I am not sure what the TWL rules say about time in between the rounds, but I hope it's not too low so we have some time recapping the previous round and everything. I think it's 30 to 40 seconds, but I'm not 100% sure. Meanwhile, you guys can see the in-game chat. You see not everyone is on the server yet. I keep pasting the PB plus command so you can see who's already there. It looks like 8 people plus, including 2, so 6 players are on there right now, it looks like, which means 1, 2, both teams still have people missing, so we probably still have a few minutes to go. Anything else about the rules? Yes, 1 revive is allowed per person unless it's a headshot. That's what I remember. Are there any other rules I'm forgetting right now?
Nope. I think that's pretty much it. We could basically talk about all the rules. I've been in chat with the lead admin of TWL for a couple of weeks now, because he's been trying to get this league running, obviously, and people are always demanding more. And one of the key questions has always been asked: what about the rules? What are we going to play with? What is the competition settings for this? Especially when it comes to the revives, for the headshot with revives, or just having altogether no revives at all. I'm a bit confused right now with all the different small tournaments that's been around, but right now I think we should all agree that we're trying to find together what is the best way for competition to go.
Yeah, and the only way to find that is just testing out several possibilities and figuring out what works best. What is your general stand on revives? Do you think it should be in competition?
Um, At the beginning, I thought it was a great thing. It was a new, fresh idea of how a competition could be and should be, just to have, yeah, something new